educational film studio. The history of Chinese acrobatics dates back 2,500 years. From the time of the earliest dynasties, there has been a tradition of innovation, with new and ever more daring acts constantly being developed. But certain things have remained unchanged from those early days. The unaffected style of performing, the pure skill of the artists, and the joy which the acrobats bring to their performances. Let us watch China's top female acrobats. Today, our female stars will be presenting for you the fruits of their years of training. They will be displaying for you the grace and skill, the strength and beauty that is the historical legacy of their art. Wire dancing, performed by Guo Qingli and Zhao Fuzhong. Wire dancing has been renowned throughout history for its difficulty and danger, and for the skill required to master it. The performer must have perfectly coordinated balance of body and feet. Our two artists here, Guo Qingli and Zhao Fuzhong, started wire walking when they were only 10 years old. When watching their seemingly effortless performance, it's hard to imagine all that they had to go through to finally achieve mastery of this 8mm wide stage. But that very ease is the proof of the years of dedication and perseverance that went into their training. In a number of ancient books, some over 2,000 years old, we can find references to this next act, meeting an old friend walking down the rope. Fuzhong will make use of the spring of the wire to perform a series of 180-degree sitting turns. Next, it's Guoqing Li's turn. Watch carefully now as young Guo performs one of the most difficult of all feats on the wire, an upright reverse flip. Well done, beautiful landing. Don't forget, this wire is only 8 millimeters thick. And now a series of reverse flips. That really does call for the utmost in both skill and daring. We've just watched Zhao Fuzhong and Guoqing Li executing some tremendous feats on the wire. The beauty of acrobatics lies in the use of the human body to express the performer's skill. Such total body control testifies to the years of hard work, courage, and unswerving commitment that these girls display. Rope skills, performed by Chen Xiuying and Wen Xiang. How is it possible for a rope to fly? Well, it's the skill of the performer's wrist which gives it life. Throughout the performance, the artiste must regulate exactly the force, speed, and angle of spin of the rope. Two artistes have developed this traditional skill to give an image of natural, uninhibited grace. Now she's going to do a mid-air cartwheel with her lasso. Great! The smoothness, the proficiency that these girls control the rope with. Now we have a series of backward rolls with the lasso. finally, the giant lasso. Watch as the lasso gets bigger and bigger. Calisthenics, performed by Jin Xiaoping and Hu Jianfang. this act, the performers have taken the beauty of ancient dance and combined it with traditional principles of jiu-jitsu to produce powerful movement with a mood of harmonious tranquility. These movements, depicted nearly 2,000 years ago in the Buddhist cave paintings of northwest China, are today brought to life before your eyes by Jin Xiaoping and Hu Jianfang. Watching these girls, supple, delicate, and light as swallows, we find ourselves carried away into a wonderland of mystery and beauty. Next, we have Wang Hong to give an exhibition of umbrella and carpet juggling with her feet. This performance won the gold medal at the 1982 International Acrobatics for Tomorrow competition in France. Foot juggling, performed by Wang Hong. She could almost be a ballet dancer. In fact, foot juggling does have one thing in common with ballet: the skill of the toes. In foot juggling, though, the toes are pointed upwards to control the balance of the umbrella. In her performance, Wang Hong transforms her umbrella into a beautiful butterfly, resting on a flower before soaring up into the sky again. Whoa, 2 umbrellas. Well, my mother always told me not to attempt 2 things at once, but Wang Hong is obviously able to do it and pull it off. Now, carpets. These silk carpets on her feet almost seem to be controlled by magic, don't they? Ah, that's remarkable. Wang Hong is from the north of China. She says that her most beautiful memories are of the snowflakes falling back home and the childhood games she used to play with her friends. One of the games she enjoyed playing most was Daibolo. This game, played with a piece of bamboo with holes carved into it to produce a delightful humming as the top spins, is very popular in winter amongst Chinese children. Today's artistes from the Guangzhou Jianshi acrobatic troupe have taken the spinning Daibolo and used it to create a colourful, singing display of artistry and delight. The old game of spinning the Daibolo is one which many Chinese children are able to play. But to do it with this flair is far from easy. In fact, these girls have practiced for 10 years to put together this charming, flowing and highly original act. Is the third generation of her family to take up this art. Her mother and her grandmother were both famous performers. The speed of that spinning top in flight is tremendously high. To catch the Daibolo on the turn like that requires the throw-up to be completely sure and accurate. Are famous as lovers of beauty, and these 5 girls took Paris by storm with their delightfully unique performance, winning the gold medal in the French Acrobatics for Tomorrow competition. of chairs. In the 1984 Chinese National Acrobatics Championships, 16-year-old Kong Hongwen snatched the only gold medal. There are 4 basic essentials in acrobatics: strength and flexibility of the waist, speed and agility of the legs, mastery of the cartwheel, and of the headstand. Of all these, it is the headstand that is the most difficult. The Tower of Chairs is rather like a pile of children's building bricks, and I'm sure you all know how unsteady they can be. But when you start performing headstands on top of all that, then every movement becomes a marvel of mechanics. In the past, there was nobody who at this height and on this smaller platform could perform a feat as difficult as changing hands. Leaning out at an angle of 45 degrees like this, everything depends on the strength of the arm. Watch out now. This tower of chairs is already over 5 meters high and shaking too. There goes the stick. Oh, I can't look. Did you catch it? No, it's too quick for me too. Let's take another look at that. Just look at that concentration. No wonder she took the gold with a breathtaking performance like that. This next act is called Revolving Glasses, performed by Dai Wen-xia. In her performance, 17-year-old Dai Wen-xia produces a flowing picture of grace and beauty. With 14 glasses on each foot, 10 on her forehead and 6 in her mouth, and another 10 in each hand, she can serve wine to 64 guests all at the same time, and dance too while she's about it. Watch now while she goes through a complete 360-degree turn. Just like a lotus floating on the water. But Dai Wen-xia confided in me that it was only through years of careful tending that this lotus grew to the surface. During the 1984 Acrobatics for Tomorrow competition, Dai Wen-xia enchanted both audience and judges alike to carry off the overall gold medal for the best individual act. You want a gold medal too? Oh well, good try. Never mind. The Human Ball, performed by the Chongqing Acrobatic Troupe. is a both difficult and dangerous act, which calls for perfect balance and complete coordination between all four girls. Two complete revolutions. Like a human wheel. To be perfectly synchronized, thinking and acting as one. Two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 consecutive turns. That's really amazing. The stage manager's certainly being kept on his toes today. Hey, bring on the big ball. Hey, have you seen Xiaofu anywhere? Come on, you're on next. Kicking bowls on a high cycle, performed by Fu Xiuyu. Two at once. Good. bowls at once. Here we go. One bowl, 2, 3, 4, 5. This time she's going to attempt 6 bowls. Tremendous! Here comes the ball. Yes, she's going to try and ride a monocycle on a moving ball. Rolling ball, the moving cycle, neither must be allowed to stand still for an instant. Goes the bowl. A cup. And a spoon. Well, she'd certainly be handy to have around next time you're giving a dinner party. As you can see, the art of kicking bowls on a high cycle is an extremely difficult one. In her act, our artiste Fu Xiuyu really embodies the value of acrobatics to bring pleasure and wonder to the audience. But what for us viewers amounts to spectacular entertainment calls for years and years of uncompromising determination and often pain on the part of the performers to reach such a level of perfection. So as we're enjoying the performances these girls are putting on for us, we should spare a thought occasionally for what they put into it. Bicycle Balancing Act by the Anhui Acrobatic Troupe. Balancing on a moving bicycle is nothing terribly special. We've all ridden bikes at one time or another. Balancing on a stationary bicycle, on the other hand, is somewhat more difficult. And then when you start performing all manner of feats on top of it, that's when it becomes nothing short of incredible. These girls are constantly challenging the laws of balance. This stunt is called The Flower Opens. Look, balancing on one wheel. Now just watch this. This act is called pulling out the centerpiece. Ah, now we've got eggs too, have we? Huh? They're real. Come on, anyone can do that. Hey, careful. Plate Spinning by Wu Min. Wu Min fell in love with the traditional Chinese art of plate spinning when she was still a girl. Strength and control of the wrist. The suppleness of the waist. Combined with rigorous discipline to produce this act of serene beauty. Has a deep belief that in this life we have a duty to create something of value. With her 14 spinning plates, she has certainly succeeded in creating a wonderful spectacle for the world to see. Years of working on her act paid off for Woo Min when at the 6th International Acrobatics for Tomorrow competition in 1983, she received the very highest distinction, the Medal of Honor of the French Republic. Is the only performer in the world to carry off this next remarkable feat. Steady. She's not only got 14 spinning plates to think about, she's also supporting a weight of over 40 kilograms with her mouth. Let's have a big round of applause for Woo Min. After all, it took her 13 years of practice to perfect her act. stage now are two more stars to perform their pyramid of benches. This traditional act from Shandong province is performed by Deng Baojin and Meng Yan. This is one of the most dangerous acts in acrobatics. While Meng Yan at the bottom supports the benches with her feet, her partner, Deng Baojin, will perform on top of them. And as if that weren't enough, Meng Yan will be rocking and turning the benches with her feet. Height, Deng Baojin certainly needs to keep a cool head. Magnificent. Ooh, rather her than me. It makes me giddy just looking at them. Now we've got 3 girls on top. Don't forget, we're now up to 8 benches high. The 9th level. And here comes the 10th. pyramid of benches must be at least 8 meters high. That's about the height of a 3-story house. Those must have been the hardest flowers in the world to pick. Meng Yan, supporting this pyramid, is 19 years old. The 10 benches that she's controlling with her legs, plus the 3 girls on top, weigh over 200 kilograms in total. Well done, girls. The next act is called the Pagoda of Bowls. The artiste Li Liping, at 15, the youngest in our program. In the 1983 Monaco Festival of Acrobatics, this act came in ahead of all the others to take the Golden Clown Prize. Pagoda of Bowls, performed by Li Liping. Even with 9 bowls balanced on her head, she can still move smoothly and freely, always maintaining that totally secure balance. Now this is the move that she created herself, a twisting pirouette while balancing bowls. This is her speciality. She calls it the dragon pirouette. See how the dragon twists and writhes. Stunt cycling by the Shenyang Tianjin Acrobatic Troupe. Stunt cycling is a fairly new feature of Chinese acrobatics. The most important thing in stunt cycling is movement. All the stunts are executed on the move. The most difficult part is to achieve an overall impression of ease and fluidity. Just look how precise and agile these girls are in their movements. They control their bikes with complete confidence to perform all manner of feats on them. passion and pride are displayed here by these girls in this smart, crisp performance. In the first Chinese National Acrobatics Championships, these girls took second place overall. In the midst of all this thrilling movement, the girls are still able to create a picture of relaxed and effortless skill. The next stunt is called The Peacock Spreads Its Tail. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. What, 19 people on one bicycle? Why, that amounts to more than a ton in weight. With such a load, will our peacocks still be able to fly? Yes, there we go. A picture of joy. The peacock, symbol of good luck and fortune, is flying towards us. And as our peacock flies, let us wish that he may bring all our girls today ever greater success, carrying them to new heights of daring, skill and beauty in their constant struggle for perfection. Advisors, Xia Juhua and A Liang. Screenwriter and director, Sun Xingyuan. Photography, Sun Xingyuan and Zhang Haizhao. English translation and narration, Nick Rutledge.